Good morning, Keller Williams, Santa Fe. I hope that everybody had a great weekend. We're going to be doing a new class this coming Tuesday on eAgency sites. And I don't want people to get confused because you have an eAgent site and you have an eAgency site. And we'll get a little bit into that. I know that this past week we did the #1 on the eAgent sites. So we're going to go ahead and start working toward the new eAgency site. And of course, as I've always told everybody, how do you eat an elephant? Well, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So with that, we're going to go ahead and log into our website. Of course, the way that we do that is go to kw.com and scroll down to the very bottom and type in your username. And password. And click login. And you should be getting to your dashboard. This is the actual intranet for all the Keller Williams agents that we have in our office as well as across the country. Everybody has the same thing. And this is a very powerful tool. We talked about it a little bit in our other classes, but from here you certainly have the opportunity to work on your leads, any kind of new listings for your marketing. You actually have the ability to get into .loop. And last week we talked about really the two menu panels we have. I call this one on the very top your resource menu, and of course the eAgency control panel, which is another menu. Last week we worked in the eEdge control panel, but now we're going to work in the eAgency, and we're going to start off by just going right on up to technology. And if you click right here to agent website, you're going to come to this page. This is how we're going to get into our eAgency website, and you're going to click on Agent Website Administrator tool. It should come up here in a minute. And you're going to come to this page here. This is the eAgency Web Agent Website Admin tool. It's really not a difficult thing to do. It just takes some time and some patience. It's very similar to the way that we set up our eAgent site last week. But this time around, we're going to do a little bit. It's going to get a little bit more intense in terms of graphics and designs and things like that. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. If you really just take the time to read through a lot of this stuff, it's really an easy tool to use. So we're going to start off with edit the agent team name and info. Okay. And if you're working with a team, that's one thing. But at this point, if you're just working on yourself, working with yourself, it's another scenario. 1.1 actually takes you to creating a domain name. I don't want people to worry about that right now too quick because we're going to teach a class on that as well of how you do it. But at this point, we're going to just kind of skip over that. We're going to go to the edit info. This probably will look real familiar to you because if you recall last week we did the white pages, and you can see you can populate all your information that has been there from your white pages. I also like to point out here as well that this is an opportunity for you to double check, make sure that you have all the information that you want about yourself. Okay. And I also make a point here that you can actually put a mortgage lead email in here. What that really does is it works for you working with a mortgage lender, whatever. So as you're getting information, they're getting the information as well. So at the very least, you want to click on the populate from the white pages, so this information is here. The asterisks are right along the side requires you to have this information. And of course, hit save. Next is manage your photo library. I'm going to go ahead and open mine at this point. Okay. A lot of times this will require you to have Java, just like it popped up here for me. If you don't have Java, you're going to want to go to java.com and download it because it's almost crucial in all the Keller Williams sites that they utilize it, from the marketing literally through .loop to the website. In my case, I do have it, so I'm going to go ahead and run it. And as I scroll down, you can see all the photos that I have utilized in my website. Don't worry too much about the sizes at this point, only because they look a lot different in your website based on the size that you have. But you can certainly see that I've had my image of myself there just as an agent, general purposes. You can use it as logo. Play with these a little bit and you'll see various places that it will show up. Okay, in my case it's just the agent. Okay. This is also a place that you want to upload photos. So if you don't like your photo in your eAgency site, we'll get to that. You'll see where you can upload it. Again, here is your professional resume. You're going to type it in there. It gives you an opportunity to do a few things with it. Okay. And of course your home message. Mine actually has been done with HTML, but you're going to want to put in there, as I put in mine, you're looking for a home in Santa Fe, Northern New Mexico, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your home message is, that's going to be the one that's going to pop up on your page. So I've done a little higher intensity HTML. You don't have to do that. You can certainly insert pictures in here. You can see that there's little icons, insert images along the way. You can change your text to some degree. I'll show you what mine looks like at this point, and it's been a labor of love for quite a while, and you'll get there as well. So just to kind of give you a quick snapshot, of course you can kind of see all the photos and the links I put in mine. This is what my website looks like at this point. Very simple. Everybody's can do. You can relatively do the same. It just takes some time to do it by putting a photograph in here. These are my 3 focus boxes. I actually put photos in mine versus actually context. And of course then here's my welcome message that we just talked about. Everybody's page pretty much looks the same. If you look at yours, we'll get to that. You can see that we all have the same menu along the side. It's just our own creativity that we want to utilize on it. Okay. Designing your website. You have a number of choices in here, and if you just click on 2.0 and then click on 2.1, here's just some real simple ones. Yours may already be highlighted. So pick one and take a look at it as time goes on. Okay, you'll see what it looks like for you as well. Okay, if you're like me and some other people and you want to have your own banner, we'll talk a little bit about how you design that. And you're basically just have an opportunity to pick 1 or 2. I happen to pick template number 38, but I could have switched it on over to template 60. Okay. Next comes choose style and font. I prefer Verdana on mine. I've used 11 point. These can all be changed. You can come through here. I have actually custom colors used on mine at this point, but you could pick any of these colors on the background. There's your default colors, your background colors. It gives you some ideas of what you can do with it. So don't be afraid to play with it. Next comes what I call focus boxes. And what focus boxes are, basically, are these boxes right here. You can see mine are horizontal, 1, 2, 3. And if you look at manage the focus boxes, let me go to the page layout. You can see there's mine, layout 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or if you would like to have them on the sides, you can do that, or perhaps you don't even want them. Okay. Excuse me. If you want to title each one of them, you can see what's my house worth in the news and start with the right realtor. You go to mine. Okay. I actually did it through my web design about the area. The testimonials about Tom. You can change these things around. It's just a matter of playing with them a little bit. Excuse me, I keep bumping back there. And again, you can work whatever you want with any of these focus boxes. Okay. As you play through them a little bit, you're going to see that they all kind of change up a little bit, and they each have some default materials in it. Here's an important area that you're going to find. If you keep putting a banner up and it has Keller Williams Santa Fe and you really don't want it, that's where that's popping up. It's just the text that's coming over. If you remove it, it won't show up. Do you want to display the KW logo? Maybe say yes, it will come up automatically. In my case, since I built it in my banner, I said no. The page title for me, this is where you really start getting some search engine optimization, and that's when people are finding you. One of mine happens to be Santa Fe Best Homes. Meta taglines, key tag words. We'll go further in these things. If you do Google's analytics, don't worry too much about this at that point, because our goal is just to get you a website up at this point, and then you can see that as time goes on, you'll be able to come back here and tweak it. Always remember, don't be afraid to change it. Go into the website itself and take a look if that's what you want to do. Okay, so I always keep these two tabs up: my main my site that I'm working on, and of course the edit site as well. Add your content. If you don't like all these navigation bars or all these different things here, maybe you have something else in there, this is the place that you change it. Search properties, get my KW real estate app, various places in there. I have homes, search properties, feature properties, what's my home worth. These are all the things that I have chosen that I want, and you can put them into certain positions that you want as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buyer's resources. Here's all the links, and this is one I've still got to work on a little bit because it's pretty vanilla. Now let's see if I can go in there. Buyer's resources. There they are. Pretty vanilla. I've done a few things in there, like create the zip code map and the MLS tour map. But there's this month in real estate. These are all hyperlinks to various areas that you can upload onto your website. Seller's resources. Again, you may want to put all the seller's resources available. Right now there's some default ones, the internet email campaigns, and let's go to mine here, and let's go to seller's resources. There it is. You can see the difference. Actually included a few more of the hyperlinks, and I've done a video on mine as well. Okay, we'll get to learning how to do that one byte at a time. Okay, I'm not going to go through each one of these things. What I want you to do is kind of play around a little bit with it and feel what it looks like to you. You can always go back to this line here, which is very important in any of these. I should have pointed that out from the very beginning. If you look right down here, just hit the preview site, and it's going to take you to what your page looks like at this point. So it gives you that ability to work back and forth from editing to what your website looks like. Editing and what it looks like. The key here is to always make sure that you're saving your information as you change it and so forth. So there's a lot to be done here, but we're going to start off, like I said, the simplest thing is edit your information about yourself, make sure you have it, and then we'll talk a little bit about how you can create some of the banners in the class itself. So with that, I hope this helps you out a little bit. We do have the printed tutorial that you'll be getting at class to work through that. And of course we have some of the technology committee people working with you as well. So the whole key behind everything is this. You can't do it all in one day. You just want to do it one byte at a time.